Good morning, students. Today we are going to study about linear programming. Okay. In the previous video, we studied about what are the uses and limitations of operation research. Okay. So, but today we are going to learn about linear programming. Okay. Linear programming, it is nothing but it deals with optimization. Okay, so optimization can be done by maximizing the profit, maximization of profit, or minimization of cost. Okay. So linear programming deals with optimization. So it is done maximization of profit or minimization of cost of a function variables are known as objective function. Okay, so that is called objective function. It is nothing but it deals with optimization. The optimization can be done through maximization of profit or minimization of cost. Okay, so that is our objective function. Okay, next it is a subject consisting a set of linear equalities or inequalities known as constants. Okay, constants is nothing but they are limitations, conditions for this maximization and minimization. Means it relates to the optimization. Constants is nothing but some conditions are there. For that conditions, whatever the variables are there, that variables satisfies those conditions. That is called constants. Means constant is nothing but the limitations or conditions. Okay, so linear programming. So linear programming is a mathematical technique which involves the allocation of limited resources in an optimum manner or optimal manner on the basis of given criterion of optimality. So linear programming is nothing but it is a mathematical technique. Correct? It is a mathematical technique. It is used to use our limited resources in a best way. Okay, to best way to achieve our objective function. Okay, so that is called linear programming. Okay, so all the organizations, whether big or small, okay, they have their variety of resources. Correct? So what are those resources? The resources are men, machines, money, materials. Okay, so with this limited resources, our objective is to make those resources so as to yield or earn maximum profit or maximum production. So with the minimum cost, maximum production or maximum profit with minimum cost. Such problems are known as constrained optimization problem. Constrained optimization of problem. Okay, so first here we define some decision variables, then one objective is there. If profit is there, our objective is to earn more profit or increase our profit. profit. If cost is there, then to minimize the cost. Okay, so and some constraints are there, means some limitations and conditions are there. For that, the variables should satisfy those conditions. Okay, then they give the optimum solution. So that is why it is called constraint optimization problem. Okay, so they tell linear programming is a mathematical technique for determining the optimum allocation of limited resources to meet a given objective. Okay, so this is LPP. Okay, linear programming. Okay, in short, it is called linear programming problem. Okay, so this technique, linear programming technique, it is widely used in solving LPP problem consisting of two variables. Okay, so it is used to solve the problems which involves two variables. Okay, so it can be solved by a graphical method, or another one is there, that is simplex method. Okay, and this LPP is developed by G. Danching. Okay, G. Danching. Okay, in 1947. In 1947, Danzig in 1947, and it came into force in 1951. Okay, so this is how the LPP is derived. Okay, so it is derived by Danzig in 1947, and it is came into force in 1951. Okay, so this is the LPP meaning. Okay, next, what is the definition of LPP? Okay, so definition of LPP is there. A general LPP, deals with the optimization, of linear function of a linear function of linear functions of a variables subject to a constraints, subject to a set of constraints. Here constraints means limitations or conditions. Constraints. Okay, so LPP is defined here. A general LPP deals with the optimization of a linear function of variables. Of variables is nothing but it is cost or profit. Okay, subject to a set of constraints means certain limitations and conditions are there. So what are those conditions? It may be a market condition or demand or supply. So those conditions, that is called LPP. Okay, so this is called LPP. Next, how this LPP is formulated. Okay, now we go for how this formulation of LPP is done. Okay, so first you see what are the steps, means how this formulation of LPP is done. Okay, formulation of LPP. Okay, in that the first step is identification of the decision variables. Okay, the first step is identification of the decision variables of the problem and express them in algebraic symbols. Okay, the first one is identification of decision variables of the problem and express them in algebraic symbols. Express them in algebraic symbols. Okay. First, we have to identify what are the decision variables are given in the problem, and those decision variables can be represented in algebraic symbols. Okay, it should be x plus y or x plus y or a plus b. Okay, you can use anything. Okay, next the second step is identification of the objective. Okay, second step is identification of the objective. The second one is identification of the objective and express it as a linear function of decision variables, linear function of the decision variables Okay. First, we have to identify the decision variables. Next, we define our objective function. Okay. So the objective function, it is always denoted by z. Okay. So z. Here, our objective may be profit, or means maximization of profit or minimization of cost. Okay, so it should be presented in linear function, Okay, so the third step is identification of all the restrictions. Third one, identification of all the restrictions. Restriction means, so what are the limitations or conditions are there in the problem, and those conditions or restrictions or constraints, okay, so express them as a linear equations. Okay, linear equations or inequalities of the unknown variables. Okay, that is called decision variables. Okay, the next step is, okay, so these are the steps to formulate the LPP. Okay, first, identification of the decision variables of the problem. Next, it should be expressed in algebraic symbols. Next, identification of our objective, means objective function should be defined here in linear terms. Okay, and the third one is identification of all the restrictions are nothing but constraints. Okay, so these are the steps to formulate the LPP. Okay, next we go for some important terms, okay, which are very useful in this linear programming problem. Okay, so what are those important terms or important definition regarding LPP problems? Okay, so the first one is decision variables. Okay, before formulating LPP, you understood all these important definitions. Okay, next first one is decision variables. What is decision variables? The variables, okay, the variables x1, x2, xn up to xn, whose values are to be determined, okay, whose values are determined, whose values are determined are called as decision variables. Okay, decision variables are nothing but they are x1, x2, x1, x2 up to xn, whose values are determined. Okay, so those values can be determined in that LPP problem, that is called decision variables. Okay, and the second one, objective function. Okay, students, see here I already told you that this objective function is always denoted by z. Okay, so this objective function is nothing but the linear function. Okay, the linear function z equal to c1 x1 plus c2 x2 up to cx up to cn xn. Okay, so up to cn xn, which is optimized, which is optimized is called objective function of the general LPP. Objective function of the general LPP. Okay, so here objective can be determined like that. Okay, here any value, okay, any condition is there. Okay, that is here x1 plus c2 x2 up to cn xn. Okay, so which is optimized. Okay, so that solution can be optimized, means whatever the scarcity resources are there, those resources can be used in optimum manner to achieve our objective. If profit is there, then we have to try to increase our profit. If cost is there, we have to try to minimize our cost. Okay, so that is called objective function of the general LPP. Okay, and the third one. What is the third one? Solution. What is solution? Okay. set of real values, x1, x2 up to xn, which satisfies the conditions. Conditions are nothing but constraints. That is called solution to the general LPP. Okay, so a set of real values, So whatever the values we have find out in the linear equation, those are called real values of x1, x2 up to xn, okay, up to xn, which satisfies the constraints. So it is like that. Okay, ax less than equal to or greater than equal to. So set of conditions are there. So less than equal to satisfy, it should satisfy that condition, or equal to or greater than equal to. E is called solution. Okay, so here the conditions should be satisfied, okay, by those decision variables. Okay, a set of real values are there which satisfies the constraints are called the solution. Okay, and the next one is feasible solution. Fourth one is feasible solution. Feasible solution. Okay, any solution to a general LPP which satisfies the non-negativity restrictions. Okay, non-negativity restrictions is called feasible solution to the LPP. Okay, so here whatever the decision variables we have taken, it satisfies the condition. Means here almost problems we are using, they satisfies the condition of non-negativity. Okay, that solution is called feasible solution. Okay, once again I repeat, any solution to a general LPP which satisfies the non-negativity restrictions, okay, non-negativity restrictions is called feasible solution to the LPP. So what are those conditions? Here is greater than equal to 0, x2 is greater than equal to 0. So here decision variables, so it is always non-negativity. Okay, so non-negativity agi irutte, adanna ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, non-negativity restrictions. Okay, there is no negativity. Okay, that's why it is called feasible solution. Okay, and the last one is optimal solution. And the last one is optimal solution. What is optimal solution? Okay, here a feasible solution which optimizes by the way of increasing the profit or by the way of minimizing the cost. Okay, a feasible solution which optimizes the objective function of a general LPP is called optimal solution to a LPP. Okay, so a feasible solution which optimizes which optimizes the objective function, which optimizes the objective function. That general LPP is called optimal solution. Here we define identify the decision variables. That decision variables, okay, that solution optimizes our objective function, means those values we have find out, those values are helpful in achieving maximum profit or minimizing the cost. Okay, so that is called optimal solution. Okay, and those values are called optimal values of objective function. Okay, so this is called optimal solution. Okay, so next we go for general formulation of LPP. How this formulation of LPP is there. Okay, so first we already know what is linear programming and some important definitions and what is objective function and everything. Okay, so how this formulation is happened in LPP. Okay, so a general LPP includes a set of simultaneous linear equations. Okay, it includes a set of simultaneous linear equations or inequalities which represents the conditions or limitations of the problem, and a linear function which represents the objective of the problem. Okay, so and this is represented in mathematically by this way. Okay, so first we identify the decision variables. Okay, the first step in order to find the values of n decision variables. Okay, n decision variables are nothing but x1, x2 up to xn to maximize or minimize our objective function. Okay, so it also satisfy m constants. Okay, so z equal to c1 x1 plus c2 x2 up to cn xn. Okay, cn xn less than equal to greater than equal to, okay, b1. Okay, I written b1. Okay, sorry, this is up to here. Okay, this is the objective function. Okay, next we go for subject to m constants, means some constants are there. Okay, it may be m number of constants. Okay, so subject to m constants. Okay, so how it is written? Okay, so a1 x1 a11 x1 plus a12 x2 up to a1n xn. Okay, here less than equal to greater than equal to b1. Okay, then a21 x1 a22 x2 a2n xn. Means certain conditions are there. For that that condition, the decision variables are used to satisfy those conditions. Okay, so this is written up to am1 x n plus am2 am1 x1 am2 x2 plus am xn less than equal to greater than equal to bn. Okay, so this is bm. Okay, so this is the constraints, a set of constraints, limitations or conditions, constraints. Okay, and satisfies non-negativity restrictions. So, and satisfy non-negativity restrictions. Okay, so here negativity is not arises in most of the cases. Okay, in most problem non-negativity condition is not there. Okay, so what are those conditions? Here x1 comma x2 up to xn greater than equal to 0. So whatever the values we are finding, okay, so decision variables, so always greater than or equal to 0. So there is no possibility of non-negativity restrictions. Okay, so this is called mathematical formulation of LPP. Okay, so here the first one is objective function and the second one is constraints objective function and the second one is constraints and the third one is non-negativity restrictions. Okay, so these three all three together form an LPP. Okay, form an LPP. So this is mathematical formulation of LPP. First we have to define our objective function and a set of constants are there. For that those decision variables has to satisfy that, and last one is non-negativity restrictions. Okay, so all together form a LPP. Okay, so in the next class we go for one problem, that is formulation of LPP. Then you will understood how this LPP is formulated. Okay, so thank you.